Some people say don't buy the sneakers because nobody will see them, and I will say buy the sneakers for you. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keo, and before I forget, do remember to subscribe if it's your first time here. Click that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and leave a comment because we are doing a giveaway. Our giveaway is, well, actually I'm not sure when this video is gonna come out, but we have a giveaway every 100 subscribers between now till we get to 1,000. So we might have already announced the winners for the 600, or it actually might be in this video, but we will have another giveaway for 700 subscribers. And to join that, all you have to do is leave a comment down below with your Instagram handle and your t-shirt size. You have to be subscribed, and then follow along on Instagram. I am at Keo Kosho, follow at ACG Moc and at Honeycomb Manila on Instagram. And those are the three things that you need to do to join the contest. Which one do we open first? All right, let's go with this one, the big box. This is the Nike ACG Moc 3.0. Got some nice Nike ACG paper. And here's the shoe. The Nike ACG Moc 3.0 is the third iteration of a Nike ACG sneaker, or footwear, I guess we should just call it, which pioneered or debuted in 1993 or 1994. And I'm gonna pull up a picture of what that sneaker looked like because it's in many ways the same shoe and in some ways different. Now, when we talk about the ACG line, we're usually thinking about the outdoors, right? It's something that you can wear for camping, that you can go wet. In fact, I used to wear ACGs in the early 2000s, and I'd wear them to go actually camping. And they are super sturdy for those purposes. So it's strange to have this pair of sneakers, which doesn't seem like a rugged outdoors shoe at all. This sneaker is really for those campfire moments, those times at the lodge, before or after hiking or skiing or all the stuff that you do in the outdoors, and then it's for lounging around. So you can actually see that the upper is made very much like a sleeping bag. The interior is quilted, and on the outside you have a textile, and then extra protection on the toe with this sort of waterproof woven material, and that's sealed. On the upper, right away you see it's kind of obvious you have a tie-dye pattern, but this is one of the more wild examples of the Nike ACG Moc 3.0. They launched this 3.0 version of the Air Moc late last year in December, and they actually launched it with another printed another printed pattern version that they had as an exclusive for Union in LA and Japan, and that was like a leopard skin upper. And then it was followed up with like the general release ones that they dropped on the sneakers app, which were in blue and tan, and then they came out with the suede one. Alright, so let's go quickly over the features of the shoe, starting with the upper, which is in a printed tie-dye pattern. It's kind of like a solarized pattern. And then that upper has been stitched with this kind of diagonal diamond slash triangle pattern. On the inside lining is where it really gets sleeping bag style, where it's this kind of stretchy and cushioned nylon inner. There's a tongue tag with a little bit of this webbing style material. It says ACG in a bright fuchsia and green. And then on the back, you have that classic ACG triangle as well. And I think that's one of the main features of the sneaker is that ACG on the back. It just shouts it, and that's what you want with an ACG sneaker. It really represents an era and the style which you want acknowledged. Moving to the toe of the sneaker, you have this white protective section, and it's made of a textile with a rubberized finish, and that should protect your toes from a little bit of water. And then here on the medial side, you have, it's like the interior of a bag, of like a backpack, or you know those it's like those air cushions on backpacks. It's like that on the straps of backpacks. And then the midsole is made of a Solar Soft, which I believe is injected phylon or a form of injected phylon. Now, it's not really made for those big hikes through the woods, so you don't expect that traction, but there is enough traction on a outsole, on the toe and on the heel, so that you don't slip around. Now, I'm not sure if there's an air pocket inside or there's an air sole inside of these ACG Mocs, because the different websites say different things, and this box doesn't say Air Moc. Squeezing it, you can't see how, I don't know if you can see that on the camera, how soft it is and how cushy it is. That midsole does have a nice gray splatter on this kind of slightly off-white bone finish. So you can really see the difference of this clear white, this kind of polar white on the toe versus that kind of slightly off-white, sail-ish colored outsole with the gray speckle on it. Some extra branding hits here on the heel. It says 0.44. I might be wrong, but I think that's the stiffness of the rubber. And then here on the toe section, it says all conditions gear. And then the toe itself on the tip says ACG. Super stoked to have these. If you can't tell, big fan of tie-dye. If you look at me on Instagram or even a lot of the videos here on YouTube, I wear a lot of tie-dye. I make a lot of tie-dye. And these scream 90s between the ACG and the tie-dye, perfect. And I've actually been eyeing this for a while because I saw these during my last trip to Singapore. Nika and I saw this in Dover Street Market in the Nike lab there, and I tried them on and I liked them. But I wasn't quite ready to pick them up. I just picked up another pair at that time. And then the time, I came across this on the 9/9 sale. Some of you might have seen that unboxing haul video. And that's when I decided to pick this up, particularly because I like this more wild colorway. I thought it was more fun. With a fun silhouette like this, you should have a fun upper. But it is very cushy, and again, they are like sleeping bags for your feet, which is a description that I get from another aficionado of the Nike ACG Moc, Richie Lee, very famous YouTuber with over 1 million subscribers. Richie Lee was one of the guys who first put this on the map for me in around December of last year, when it was coming out. And funny thing is that I actually met Richie Lee in December, around the same time that it did come out, and he actually picked up a pair at Culture Cartel where we were both at, and that was in Singapore, and it's inside his vlog that he picked it up. And then I actually appeared on his vlog and he spoke to me about sneakers in the Philippines, although the part where we actually talked in depth about sneakers, he didn't really put in the video. I think because he realized that a lot of the stuff that we like in the Philippines, because it was like that, what are the sneakers that people love in the Philippines, the ones that are sold out, people line up for, and I was like, well, it's Jordan 11, Jordan 1, and since it's kind of the same everywhere in the world, maybe he thought that was boring. And he was actually trying to push, he's trying to push me during the interview to like talk about Kyrie's, and as much as I like Kyrie's, they're just not selling the way that Jordan sneakers love. Filipinos love their Jordans. Disagree? Tell me in the comments below. And Richie and I have very similar tastes when it comes to this stuff. In fact, during that interview, I'll see if I have a picture or if I can pull up the YouTube video. I'll link it for Richie's sake, because he needs my help, right? He and I were actually both wearing Air Fear of God 1s on that day. We were twinning a bit, but he had the oatmeals on and I had the Orange Pulse on. So he likes those same comfy sneakers. So I thought, let's pick these up and see if Richie's right. And you know what? Richie's right. They are great. But I picked them up for a very specific reason, which we'll talk about near the end of the video. But first, let's dive into this other unboxing. This is the ACG Air Deschutz. I hope I pronounced that right. Open it up, same packaging, and then boom. There you have it, the Nike Air Deschutz, and clearly this is not my sneaker, because this is the one for me and this one is tiny. It's actually for my wife Nika, and you can see here how much smaller it is. So it's footwear, but it's not a sneaker. I'm sorry if I said sneaker a few times, maybe that was a bit misleading. but these are sandals. And off the bat, you can feel in hand how soft they are. Now, the Nike Air Deschutz is another classic ACG design. It has a hydrophobic upper that's quick drying. And you know, one of the things that I don't like about a lot of these outdoor sandals is that the plastic bits that hold the straps in place sometimes rub up against your feet, and if they become irritating that way. But this one has a very nice neoprene padding along that plastic area, and it protects your foot and keeps it comfy. Now, the sole itself is made up of a typical 3-layer sole system that most sneakers use. So though it is a sandal, it has all of the comfort of and durability, I should say, of a sneaker. So you have an outsole made out of a hard rubber. On the bottom it says Air Deschutz and has this kind of splatter pattern. And then the midsole is made of a foam. So on the outsole it says sticky rubber, tacky rubber, and then the midsole is made of a foam. It's a stiffer foam, and encapsulated inside of there is a full-length air bubble, or not air bubble, air unit. So it has a Nike Air sole, both in the forefoot and the heel. It's full length. And then the footbed itself is made of a different foam. So there's a cushier, softer, what would be the insole, but just, I guess, the footbed, which provides traction and is super soft. So it's really cool. You have a dual density foam, an air unit, and a tacky outsole, which means that good traction and all-day comfort, and your feet can breathe. So I picked these up because Nika wouldn't shut up about them, honestly. Like, she just talked, every time they come on up on Instagram, she'd show me the picture. Friends of ours would post them and then she'd send them to me. And I wasn't sure because I think that she actually wanted me to buy them for myself. But when it came up in the sale, I said, you know what, let's just get it for Nika because I got these. And the reason I like both of these is, you know, when you think about ACG, the name itself means all conditions gear. And you tend to think that it's for camping or it's for outdoors. But, you know, it's in the name, all. You explore outdoors and you explore in the urban environments as well. But specifically, I thought that these were both great footwear for work at home. Stick with me. Because, you know, I actually worked from home from 2007-ish all the way to about 2012 when we put up our first co-working space. And so I have a lot of experience in that. And I ran a graphic design business which was based here in the Philippines and Australia during that period of time. And I worked at home at the standing desk and at the sitting desk on and off through all those times for a solid 5 years. Like, you hear it over and over, but I cannot overemphasize this. If you are working, especially if you're doing creative work at home, it's super important to have kind of these rules that get you in the mood. And one of those things is getting dressed up. Don't be in your loungewear, in your pajamas, or in the Philippines we say pambahay. You can have nice clothes for doing work at home. Have jogging pants. Have some nice shorts, right? If it's hot. In this case, some breathable, very soft sandals that you can wear day in and day out, which offer you support, especially if you're doing standing desk work. Or a pair of moccasins like this that are easy on, easy off, comfortable, lightweight for all day. Now that I have these, and by the way, they do fit true to size. This one we have yet to confirm because I gotta take this home and you guys gotta try these out at home. I have found that I want more support now that I'm older. So when I was in my early 20s and I was doing all of that work from home stuff, this would have been ideal for me. But nowadays, when I do standing desk work or I do work from home, I like to use basketball shoes because they provide a little bit more support in the heel area, and kind of gripping your ankle and securing your ankle lets you stand for much longer periods during the day. But if you're not at the standing desk, if you are sitting down doing your work all day, this is maybe the perfect shoe. And then cleaning it is easy because it's all textile. You can actually, I think you can probably just pop this into the wash and they should be fine. But you know, when you use sneakers at home, they don't get dirty. Like, I'm talking about pairs of shoes that you should have just for the house and you don't take them out. Or if you take them out, you're retiring them from house use. And trust me, they are a better investment than getting a mat for the floor. They are a better investment than having multiple setups, because, you know, if you put the mat on the floor, then now you can't put the chair in that same spot, or you're gonna ruin your what they call it, that gravity mat that, you know, for standing around all day. Those things do work, but at least with sneakers, you know, you have the benefit of getting ankle support usually. Well, not in this pair, but in the basketball shoes case. But you also have a pair of sneakers. So if one day you do want to take them outdoors, you do have that option. You actually hear it over and over that people say when working at home, that's one of the best tips, get dressed up. But getting dressed up is a part of putting yourself, or like creating little zones of routine in your creative zone. So, you know, I'll speak specifically about creative work because that's where I work, or that's what I do. But, you know, one of the best things for me, and you can tell your partner this, or your mom this, or whoever, one of the best things, one of the most productive things I ever did was I bought an Xbox, because I wanted to establish that the place where I worked and the place where I played were different. And it prevented me from playing games on my phone. It prevented me from playing games on my laptop during those times that I was supposed to be working. And creating that zone of where I did that particular thing, that particular other thing, made a zone for me to be productive, right? And wearing shoes made me productive. And it's something that you should try out. If you don't want to go out and buy a pair of shoes right away, clean a pair of shoes and start using those at home, and only use them at home. And then if that's working for you, then pick up another pair. So this pair was on sale. Retail for this is about 3,900 pesos. And then, which is what, 75, 80 US dollars. And then on discount, they were around 3,000. These ones are about 2,900, and on discount were 1,700. We got this pair in the 10-10 sale. We got this in the 9-9 sale. So for sure, there's going to be an 11-11 sale. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And it is a good time to buy because these sales are happening more and more often in these pandemic times. But, you know, some people say don't buy the sneakers because nobody will see them. And I will say, buy the sneakers for you. Buy the footwear that you want to wear for you, for your usage. And if you have a work from home use, then use your sneakers at home. One man's opinion, but trust me, I did this for 5 years. This stuff works. My name is Keo Kosha. Comment down below to join our giveaway. We still have another 40 to 50 shirts to give away, and those are only for subscribers. So make sure you are 1, subscribed, 2, comment with your size and with your t-shirt size and your Instagram handle so that we can DM you if you win. And you have to be following at Keo Kosha on Instagram, follow at Ajimamag on Instagram, and at Honeycomb Manila to join our giveaway. All right. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have been watching a lot of our videos and I super appreciate it. I wish you good luck. I wish you good health. If you're working from home, I wish you productivity. Make sure you wash your hands if you go outside and wear a mask. Peace.